Jim Caviezel became closer to God after being struck by lightning on set. Caviezel portrayed Jesus in The Passion of the Christ. He will reprise his role for the 2025 sequel. He was struck by lightning during filming. Then a 150-pound cross hit him on the head. The lightning strike occurred on the last shot of the movie. The crew were filming the Sermon on the Mount scene. On the fifth take, Caviezel was struck. The lightning strike led to 2 heart surgeries. One was an open heart surgery. Caviezel had to take lots of medication. The issue was only finally corrected in 2014. As for the heavy cross, Caviezel recalls,
"It fell on my head, and I bit through my tongue and my cheek, and it was actually in the film. You see blood streaming out of my mouth."
His left shoulder was also dislocated.
I had really struggled with that all film.
But that didn't turn Caviezel off future projects. He's been in touch with Mel Gibson about the sequel.
"It's happening on the writing side."
Caviezel said in 2023.
"I asked him about 3 dates, and he gave me a maybe on all 3 of them. So, I have to see where he's at. I know he's going to do it."
The sequel is called The Passion of the Christ, Resurrection. It will focus on the days between Jesus' death and resurrection. Mel Gibson revealed that he had 2 scripts for the movie. One is very structured and very strong. Gibson said the script was kind of more what you'd expect. The other version, however, is like an acid trip.
Because you're going into other realms and stuff. I mean, you're in hell and you're watching the angels fall. It's like crazy.
The script writing is a massive undertaking, Gibson said.
You have to really consider what it is that you need to show in order to be poignant. It can't be linear. You have to have many things to juxtapose against one another, even from different time periods, in order to illustrate what something means in a more full way.
Caviezel says it won't be hard to find financing this time. The first film struggled to find a backer. Gibson paid for The Passion of the Christ out of his own pocket. His $45 million investment paid off. The film earned over $600 million at the box office. It's the highest-grossing film about religion ever. Caviezel feels drawn to movies that speak the truth.
The light is much brighter in the darkest of places. In those darkest of places, I wanted to be the center of it. I was drawn to that.
Caviezel's role as Jesus was controversial. He was forced to speak publicly about his faith.
I had no choice but to defend my faith at that point. And I was called anti-Semitic and everything.
Despite the backlash, Caviezel stood behind his role. He now thinks it's very important to speak about faith.
When you see what your country is doing and the world is going through, what can be the only remedy? Not to talk about your faith. I don't see another remedy outside of God. And I'm talking about the Jesus God.
The Passion of the Christ Resurrection is set to be released in 2025.